Hello everyone, my name is Mariela Paulino and I am the founder of Project Hearing. For today's video, we are going to be talking about Twitter. All of y'all have been talking about Twitter, my LinkedIn, my Twitter's not blowing up. But I'm not really too familiar with the Twitter platform, even though I should be, but I digress. Maybe I'll make this my tweet. Is that what you say? I will make it my tweet on Twitter later on today. But anyway, I want to talk about Twitter, and I wanted to talk about how y'all have been finessed. Yes, you have been finessed. If you do not know what being finessed means, I will tell you what being finessed means. How are you going to tell me that Twitter, a global company, a company that is as big as Google, Apple, what else? Nike, Amazon, what else? What can I think of? Coca-Cola. Do you mean to tell me that a company the size of Twitter, with Twitter's resources, is going to screw up so massively the month before the 30th anniversary of the Americans with Disabilities Act? The major piece of legislation that was written by President Bush, who passed away last year, you are going to tell me that Twitter is going to screw up that badly? No, sir. I don't believe it. I think that there's so much technology already out there. Like, for example, I just finished watching a live stream from the Center for Hearing and Communications, and it was a comedy show. Can you believe that? A comedy show via video. Like, I just watched the Dave Chappelle special a few days ago, which actually, if you're interested in that, I have the captions for that. So if you're interested in watching the Dave Chappelle special with caption, because it is not captioned in a lot of places, please send me an email at hello@projecthearing.com. So anyway, where was I? Let me see. So I was at the Center for Hearing and Communication via Zoom watching a live comedy show. I don't know if it was live. Maybe it was live. I'm not sure. Or maybe it was a pre-recording. But that was historic, and that was so much fun. I felt like I was at an actual outside gathering. It would have been cool if there were I could see other people as the comedy show was happening, but I digress. You take what you can. But anyway, there are so many pieces of technology that exist out there, like Google, for example. If you have a Pixel phone, the Pixel phone now has the ability for you to kind of go on Instagram and have access to closed captioning. Let me show you. So this is my phone, and this is my Instagram. I'm not sure what it looks like. So that was me. That was my friend. I was talking to my friends. Don't be a creeper. So for example, this is Cardi B. I love Cardi B, right? So I just turn up the volume, and I turn on this feature, and then I turn. You guys get the idea. I love Cardi B. She's like a whole personality on reality TV. It's really cool to see her and think that this is a real person. So Cardi B, if you're watching this, huge fan. My Instagram algorithm can tell you that for itself. But anyway, So anyway, there's all this technology that is already out there that can make it possible for an organization like Twitter to create accessible tools. So the question really is here, is it a publicity stunt and you have been finessed? And I think the answer is yes, because let's go back. The Americans with Disabilities Act, which was signed by the first President Bush 30 years ago on July 26, was actually catalyzed by a lot of different factors. But one of the most important factors that inspired the ADA was an event that happened 2 years prior, known as Deaf President Now. So let me tell you all about Deaf President Now. So Deaf President Now was a movement at Gallaudet University. So Gallaudet University, if you're not familiar, is a university out in Washington, D.C. It is a very famous university because it was the first college that was assigned for deaf people. But anyway, 30 years ago, and you can say even today, Gallaudet had a thriving deaf population. It was like a campus where people were learning American Sign Language, not learning, but embracing American Sign Language. It was kind of like Crip Camp, which is a movie, a show that I have to watch on Netflix like urgently, because I keep hearing about it and reading about it, and it kind of like provides an experience where everyone is included, everybody is included. So like if you're someone with cerebral palsy, if you're someone who's deaf, if you're someone who is blind, like you just need to find resources so that you can be included as well. So anyway, where was I? Hold on. So I was talking to you guys about Gallaudet. Okay, the ADA. Okay, great. So Gallaudet, about 30 years ago, had this huge, thriving ecosystem that focused around deafness, deaf culture, deaf pride, deaf history. And it was amazing. And so they were choosing a new president for the university. And the Board of Trustees had come up with 3 different candidates that they were going to appoint to the university. So the Board of Trustees gets someone who was not familiar with American Sign Language. They got someone that did not really have a connection to deaf culture. And obviously a lot of people got really angry because there were 2 other candidates. There were 3 candidates. And these were, like, Gallaudet was a generation of students at that time who saw their parents being full of potential, but being denied opportunities simply because they had disabilities. And so anyway, the students at Gallaudet University, they went ahead and they marched and they protested. Oh my God, I looked at like the clips of this, and they are like fucking historic. They are iconic. They are amazing. So anyway, just reliving history gets me like all jittery. But anyway, so the students marched, and eventually they were able to overturn the decision of the Board of Trustees and institute the very first deaf president of a university. That was wild. So the deaf president, that movement was known as Deaf President Now, and it like inspired an entire generation of like civil rights, of just like rights for people with disabilities. So talking about all of these things, I really want to go ahead and remind all of you that I am hosting a conference to commemorate the 30th anniversary of the passage of the Americans with Disabilities Act. And I am doing this because the ADA, the first comprehensive piece of legislation that gave rights to people with disabilities, was signed on July 26, 30 years ago. So I will be hosting a conference about that. If you are interested, I am going to flash the link for that at the very top of this icon. But anyway, going back to the original topic before I took you on this very long and exciting journey. Twitter is way too smart to know that creating this tool and then not creating accessibility around this tool would cause a backlash. And I really want to believe that Twitter already has the accessibility figured out. I mean, they're Twitter, come on. And I think that they're just using this as a publicity stunt. But that's just me. I just imagine those Twitter stocks to skyrocket because I think that given the backlash, they're really going to figure it out. And when they do, they're going to set the stage for this type of accessibility technology to be used by all other social media platforms, including Instagram and Facebook. So I expect to see Instagram Live and Facebook Live and Twitter Voices. Are they called tweets or Twitter Voices? Like, what are you going to call those? But anyway, I expect those to be cashing. So stay smart and don't let yourself be finessed by a major tech corporation. You're smarter than that. Until next time. Bye-bye.